Jim Romig here from the internal roots movement. Today, we're going to go over a straddle position, so seated straddle, and we're going to work into going into a pigeon from one side and to the other. Right, I know, it seems kind of trippy, but I swear to God, it's not nearly as bad as it looks. So, let's start by using your hands. Use your hands as much as you need to the whole time. But when you do use your hands, let's make sure that our shoulders don't shrug. So we're going to try to keep the spine long and flat, and the shoulders down from our ears. So feel free to use those hands for now. Get nice and tall. Let's work on just rotating your thighs in and out. So the knees are going to point up, the knees are going to point out. And you're pressing the backs of your knees down as you do. Almost like trying to lift your heels while keeping your feet flexed and toes spread. Nice. Now, once that's kind of warmed up a little bit, let's go ahead and have them rotate with each other. So let's have them rotate off to the left and rotate off to the right. Nice. One side and the other. Beautiful. Now let's go ahead and bring one arm up, across, and we're going to rotate towards that side. So bringing on the inside of one ankle, outside of the other. Then we'll bring our arm back into place and switch to the opposite side. Right on. Now, we've got our ankles pressed down pretty good. We're going to use our hands, just like we talked about. We're going to rotate off to one side, and we're going to drive our ankle down to the floor. So initially, we were trying to lift. When we rotate, let's press the ankle down. We're going to try to really anchor that ankle. Does that kind of make sense? Anchor the ankle. And we're going to try to pull ourselves towards the ankle. So we're going to rotate off. The hip and the knee are down. Knee, ankle is down. I'm going to use my hands as much as I need to. And I'm going to pull my hip and body towards the front heel. And even using that rear leg to rotate forward. So as I'm pulling with my front leg, I'm actually pushing with my back leg and hip. Then we get to reverse the motion, which is, I don't know, somehow infinitely much more challenging, but it's going to pay off in spades, especially later when we do the pigeon walk. Next video, spoiler alert. So now we're going to do the opposite. We're going to drive away. So press away from that front leg and pull ourselves back with the rear leg. Then let's go ahead and switch. We're going to rotate off the side, push the ankle down, pull ourselves towards the ankle, not the ankle towards us, and rotate forward with that rear leg. Now we're going to drive away from it, it being the ankle, bring the hips flat, and then little by little, let's start trying to use our hips and legs more, and our hands less and less. And even if you have to use your hands for a while, all good. Use your hands as long as you need to, and as often as you need to. Even just as a few rounds of being a warm-up. Nice. Now, once you really get comfortable with it, and the hips start to get opened up, the hands they get lazy. So when we stop these on the ground, they kind of just go along for the ride. So either reach out in front, pull your elbows behind you, go prisoner style, or do anything with your upper body to help keep your upper body, arms, hands, with all that good stuff, occupied and busy. Making sure they're not just hanging out, but they're contributing to our overall power. And if you want to, we can always throw in something like a club or a kettlebell or a mace or anything to help load that upper body, keep it nice and busy, and go to work. Making sure that we try to drive ourselves away from the anchored ankle as much as we can. Pulling ourselves towards it each time. Oh boy. All right, everybody. Well, I hope you guys have a little bit of fun doing that, because the walking pigeon, which is going to come next, actually will play into this quite nicely. So go over this, get comfortable with the straddle to pigeon first, and then let's hit up that walking pigeon video that's coming up next. All right, guys. Take care. See you next time.